Welcome to the
Hello.
pod. Oh, no.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Sir Irishman.
Oh, I'm Scottish. But we're all a little Irish today.
I hate you. I really hate you. Welcome to the Pod Cafe, you strange man. Please go sit down and don't talk to me again.
Oh, thanks, lass.
Why do you have to do that?
Today is Scottish in honor of Doctor Who because I started watching Doctor Who again.
Oh, it's not because we're recording on St. Patrick's Day?
No, I'd have done Irish, and actually I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day until just now, so I probably should have done Irish.
Yeah, you should have. I'm doing mostly green things today. I drank a green juice. I'm drinking a matcha latte for my coffee, which is also green.
Sure.
Just, in the spirit.
Yeah. Okay,
Although this won't play on St. Patrick's Day, but we're recording on St. Patrick's Day, so...
Yes. Well, I'm doing none of those things.
Okay.
So, there's that.
Well, what are you doing? Or what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Gloria Jean K-Cup.
Oh.
It's a butter toffee.
Oh, that sounds
flavor.
nice.
And then I also put some whipped cream on it.
Oh.
So, liven it up a little.
That's fun. How fun of you.
Yeah, it's fun for like 10 seconds until all the whipped cream melts in it and it doesn't look pretty anymore.
Yeah, but
and
then
it's like,
good. It's like nice and creamy.
Yeah, but you have to stir it in because if you don't, it just sits on the top but melted. And then when you drink it, it like floats towards the back of the cup. So you just get the coffee and none of the whipped cream.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a problem.
Yeah, well, I've done it twice now, so I just started in this second time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you should just get the can next to you and just sip, replace.
Sip, and then...
Yeah.
I could do that with just a whole bottle of whipped cream.
So could I. Whipped cream is good.
Yeah, it is good. Actually, not, depending on the whipped cream you get, not a, ridiculous amount of sugar in there either.
I really don't like the whipped cream from Starbucks, though. Have you ever had it?
Probably on my coffee.
I don't like it.
Why?
I think it's just it's too thick and creamy.
Isn't that the point?
I don't know. I kind of like the fake stuff that's kind of just light and fluffy. It just feels heavy. Yeah. Do you want to know how they make it?
Sure.
Well, they have that fancy dispenser thing.
Nope, not familiar.
That big thing that's it doesn't look like a can of whipped cream. It's like a dispenser can of whipped cream.
Sure. I don't pay that much attention when they make my coffee.
I think that's what makes it super creamy because that has a whipper in it of some sort.
A whippersnapper?
Yeah.
Oh, a whippersnapper machine?
It's made with 1 pint of heavy whipping cream and 8 teaspoons of vanilla syrup.
That's it, huh?
Uh-huh.
That sounds easy, but also not a whole lot. It's made with a lot more of that stuff, right? 1 pint? How many times do they have to refill that thing?
Well, that's in one of those things. So, I mean, they probably have a bunch of them pre-filled or something. I don't know.
They would have to, I think.
Yeah. Isn't this the start of a new season for us?
Today?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, today could be it. I think technically it's the 20th, right? That spring starts?
Yeah, but this episode's gonna come out after that.
Okay, yeah, this could be spring 1.
Spring 1.
Spring 1.
I feel like
I gotta see if it lets me title that, but yeah, well, we just gotta start over at 1 because we can't just skip to spring 3.
Well, I like that we were counting up.
We only made it to 2.
No, in the numbers. We were at isn't this 43?
Oh, we're gonna do that. Yeah. No, spring. It's Spring Season 1, Episode 43.
Oh.
This is our first spring season, because next year will be spring 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm following.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, happy spring.
Yeah, I guess happy spring and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I just don't. After college, kind of forget about St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, it's just a drinking holiday, unless you're Irish. Does it really mean that much to the Irish, though? What's the significance of St. Patrick's Day? It's the St. Patrick, probably. What's he the saint of? Why is his day so much bigger than all the other saints' day?
Patron saint of Ireland.
Oh, he's just the saint of Ireland.
Yeah. Oh. So, born in Roman Britain in the late 4th century, he was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave. He escaped, but returned about 432
AD.
What? I'm not sure. To convert the Irish to Christianity. By the time of his death, March 17th, 461, he had established monasteries, churches, and schools. Many legends grew up around him. For example, he drove the snakes out of Ireland and used the shamrock to explain the Trinity. Wow, this almost sounds like mystical. Ireland came to celebrate his day with religious services and feasts. And then it was immigrants, particularly to the United States, who transformed St. Patrick's Day into a largely secular holiday of revelry and celebration of things Irish. There you go. Like wearing green and like dyeing rivers green.
Yeah, where's the green come in?
Just
because Ireland?
Yeah.
But Ireland is also white and orange, so why not those colors as well?
Because the shamrock thing, you know?
I guess the shamrock. But what if it's like, I don't know, are shamrocks only green?
Yes.
Do they change colors in the fall?
No.
Oh. Well, why is his day so much bigger than any other saint's day? Why do we make a day out of him? Does that also make this a religious holiday?
I think essentially, yeah.
Because I feel like everybody celebrates it, regardless of religion. It's not like Christmas, where there's also like Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and...
because everybody likes to drink and wear green.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is there. It's what you're supposed to be doing. Sounds like you're not, though.
I'm not doing any of it.
Yeah, me either.
Just have no interest.
Me either. I'm actually particularly having one of those weekends where I like kind of want to talk to as minimal people as possible.
Really?
Yeah, I just feel like I've had a lot of visitors lately. And, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of alone time. You know? You get that or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So just, I mean, it's going okay. I've still communicated with people. My roommate and I were working really hard on our puzzle again this morning, but yeah, I don't know.
But what do you do in your alone time?
Usually just, you know, watch some Netflix, make some food, chill,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, having roommates, I'm not alone very often.
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Like, I have a roommate, but we're on very opposite schedules, so we don't see each other a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm always working weird hours, and he works normal hours.
Mm.
So we don't see each other a whole lot. But I'm not. So that's why I am, but I'm not, because I'm either at the hospital with a bunch of people, or I'm kidnapping people. So I'm not, like, alone.
That's a really weird statement to make when people don't know what you're doing.
It's my job.
Yeah, I know.
Professional kidnapper.
It's not the title. It's just not the title at all.
Yeah, but the title is so not descriptive of what I do. I'm an interventionist, which is like...
That's what you do.
I guess. Yeah, I suppose it is kind of descriptive of it. Mm-hmm. I'm more like the transporter. I'm the transporter.
Yeah, you're the transporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Wait, you don't know who Jason Statham is?
No.
He's the transporter.
Oh, I know him. He's the transporter, yeah. People say names, I don't know who they are. And then I see a face, and then I know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you gotta... It's like Sherlock Holmes says. He doesn't commit useless information to memory because he doesn't want to use up space. So that's why he doesn't know whether or not the world is flat or round, because it just doesn't matter regardless.
I can agree with that. It just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So,
Yeah. Well, I've been using my me time to... We talked about a while ago how I don't watch Doctor Who anymore because the new Doctor sucked. Not the girl Doctor, the one before her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I started watching his seasons.
Yeah.
And
do you like it again?
I don't like him as the Doctor. I still don't like him as the Doctor, but I forget how good the writing of the actual show is.
Yeah.
Still very good. I just don't prefer him as the Doctor, but I'm trying to get through these because I'd really like to see how the girl Doctor does.
Yeah. So you got... do you feel the need to watch them in order? Do you have to?
Yes.
You feel the need to, or you have to?
I feel the need to.
Okay.
But also I feel like you just should. Because sometimes plot points carry over.
Okay.
Or sometimes there's characters in one that were in the other and you don't really know who they are. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's important to... There's actually mapped out specific starting points for Doctor Who watchers if you've never watched it before.
Like instead of just the beginning?
Yes. You don't have to watch it because the beginning, like, I have to Google it, but it's the longest running television show ever in history.
Dang.
So there's a lot. If you're going to start from literally episode 1 when it came out, it's a lot.
Actually,
so they have different starting points.
This article says the longest running... Oh, this is American TV show.
Yeah, this is British TV.
Yeah. 8 longest runs of all time. Here we go.
I think it's like 40 some years.
The Simpsons. Comes
No,
up
it's
on
been
like
on
all...
longer than The Simpsons. Yeah.
I know, but that one comes up on like all of my Google searches. Law and Order. Funny.
Americans are so biased.
Yeah. South Park. Law and Order SVU. Doctor Who wasn't on this one. Weird. Longest running British TV show.
You just put how long has Doctor Who been on TV or been around? 1963 was the first airing.
Dang, that is a long time.
It's a very, very long time. So what is that? 2019 minus 1963.
I can tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
That's 56 years.
How many? 56?
56.
That's so many years.
That's so many years. But they haven't had the same cast.
Well, no. Well, obviously.
So I feel like that makes it easier.
Well,
blah, blah, blah,
what do you mean easier? It's still the same show.
Like, think about, like, Grey's Anatomy. They have had the same main character chick for 15 years. That seems impressive to me.
Yeah, but that's not anywhere close to 56 years.
Yeah, well, she's going to look very different 56 years later.
Yes.
I'm reading this article called Why Doctor Who Has Lasted 50 Years from Forbes.
Because it's brilliant. While you're reading that, I'll explain that because it's been around for 56 years, that's why they have different points in the series that you can start at and not be lost, because it would be impossible, not impossible, but very hard to start from the one that came out in 63 and then get caught up to now.
Yeah, how would you even do that?
I haven't even done that. I have not. I started at series 11 when Matt Smith was the Doctor. Watched one season of that, and I was like, wow, this show is awesome. And then I went back to, there's like the modern series, they call it, the modern starting point, which starts at series 9, and then goes up to now, and I don't remember when series 9 came out, but that's the modern starting point, which is all I've watched.
I found an article from Time.
Mm-hmm.
It's old, so it's from 2014. But in 2014, it says it would take you 15 days and 12 hours consecutively to watch all of Doctor Who.
Oh my God. Just nonstop.
There's some funny ones on here, like Law and Order SVU. It would take 10 days and 10 hours.
Wow.
And NCIS, 7 days and 20 hours. Grey's Anatomy, 6 days, 16 hours. Wow. And that's in 2014. So now you add 5 years to that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
All of those are from 2014?
Yeah, well, this article is from 2014. So.
Oh my God. It's probably close to 20 days straight.
Yeah.
For Doctor Who.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's a little more manageable here? What could I do in one day? Boardwalk Empire? Suits?
Game of Thrones, maybe?
American Horror Story? I could probably do Game of Thrones. Well, I don't know. It's not on here. Did that
It's
start
an hour each episode.
I think that came out after 2014, though, right?
Oh. Yeah, that one.
Oh, Friday Night Lights, 2 days and 8 hours. I think I did somewhere near that when I started watching that show.
Jesus.
I love that
everybody
show.
Loves that show. I've never seen it, really.
Texas Forever. You got to watch it. Oh, if you watch Doctor Who Revived only.
Yeah, so maybe that's the modern that I'm talking about.
That's 3 days and 3 hours. But if
Where
you
does that start, do you know? It doesn't say.
I'm just looking at a chart. So let me see. Wow. I'm looking for something I can do for the next 24 hours. So this looks fun.
Yeah.
Revived. I don't know.
I feel like because you like Travelers,
yeah,
you might like Doctor Who. The only problem with Doctor Who is it never got rid of its cheesiness and corniness in terms of like special effects and like monsters or like villains. The villains are still very, very corny. But like, I don't know, if you're into like time travel and like really in-depth plots and story arcs, it's a really, really good show. I just watched this one episode I'm like raving about right now.
Tell me.
And even though I don't like this doctor, he just gave this speech about, it's going to be really hard for me to get across, but this alien race wants to destroy the human race because they feel like they were treated unfairly. And so he gave this speech about like how people are treated unfairly all the time. Life is just unfair, and you want cruelty to match their cruelty, and you're not superior to them. You're just another cruel person looking to be cruel to them. So the only way to break the cycle is to forgive people. And he's like, I don't know. So it's this big speech that is very relevant to, I think, a lot of stuff going on today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can feel that.
It's very good. If it wasn't so long, I would clip it in here, but I think even the shortest clip of it is like 4 minutes, and that's just too long.
That's just too much.
Yeah.
Well, I recently finished watching, I had to take a really long break from this, but I did recently finish watching Handmaid's Tale.
Don't know anything about that.
Well, it's freaking weird. And I had to stop watching it for a while because it started to feel a little bit like Trump's America. So I was getting freaked out that it could actually happen, but it's a book first. Okay. And then it's this series about essentially the human race is like dying out. Like basically all the things they're saying, like what we've done to our global warming and our whatever world, making the human race not live as long. Mm-hmm. That happened. So they're trying to like rebuild the population up. So there's like the rich families, and that is like the husband and wife. And then the, so like a lot of women, I guess, are becoming infertile for some reasons. So women that actually have kids are stolen. Their kids are taken away from them, and then they are turned into handmaids. And basically what a handmaid is just someone to have a baby. So they perform these things called, I think it's called a ceremony. But basically the handmaid lays in the lap of the wife while doing it with the dude. That was my...
Excuse me?
Yeah.
How does that functionally work out? So the handmaid, the girl, the child...
No, she's not a child. She's an adult.
But she's a woman?
Yeah. She just had kids, so that's how like the leaders of the government knew that she wasn't infertile.
Okay. So
Following?
she sits in the lap.
Yeah, she like lays down.
The husband's wife. Yeah,
it's called like a ceremony. They make it this whole thing. Like people say some speeches, then she lays down in the lap. So then it's like...
What do you mean lays down? Like face? I need like face first?
No, on her back. Like
so
picture
she's on
a
her
bed.
back.
Picture bed, and then wife is like sitting on the bed. Like in the middle of it or something.
In the middle, like cross-legged?
Yeah, no, in like a straddle. Because then...
Okay, straddle.
Then handmaid's going to lay like between her legs with like her head on her lap. You following that?
Okay, so her body's not between her legs.
Huh?
Or her... Okay.
Yeah.
Like lower down?
Yeah. So then her like lower body is at the edge of the bed. Kind of where you need it to be for this type of activity.
Okay, yep.
And then husband is at the end of the bed, standing.
Is standing.
Yeah.
So he has sex with the fertile handmaid.
While staring at the wife.
Yeah, well, yeah, while
so then it feels
upper
like,
body.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a medium in between, you know?
Right. So he's just like, basically, it's just like hair extensions, but for your lower body.
Correct. Yes,
You're just
exactly
extending
what
that
it is.
lower body.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Correct.
They
so
should
they
put
do that.
like a blanket over the top of the handmaid.
Well, why? We're already dehumanizing this poor woman. Now we're going to make her invisible.
Saying, you might as well, if you're going to go to town, you might as well go into Lincoln.
So, yeah. It's a really freaking weird show, though.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. So many weird things happen, but I had to give up for a while because I was concerned that it could actually start happening. And then I came back and finished it. I don't know. It's weird. They're like really controlling the world, so.
We don't have a disease that's making people infertile.
Not yet. I don't know.
What do you mean not yet?
We have global warming.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
part
just
of the
going to kill us. That's not going to be a problem with reproduction. We're just going to die.
I don't know, but anyway, I finished it. And so, yeah.
Did it end well?
I think there's another season coming out. So I just finished season 2.
There's still handmaidening?
Yeah, I think so. Because she, like, escaped. I don't know. There's this whole thing.
Oh. So anyway, it just follows this one handmaid?
Specifically, her and her homies, pretty much.
Gotcha.
I was watching it at first because Rory, actress from Gilmore Girls. Yeah, she's in it.
Alexis Bledel?
Yeah, her. She's in it.
Oh.
Uh-huh. She's a handmaid.
Oh, bummer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real bummer. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of the girls from Game of Thrones was in a couple of these Doctor Who episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, so Good for her.
Good for
Or
her.
good for them. I don't know who's more famous at this point, Doctor Who or her.
Probably
Maybe
her.
Yeah.
Probably her.
Did you see that nonsense news story that came out about eggs basically are going to kill you?
Eggs are going to kill me? I eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah, some dumb story came out saying that eggs are terrible for you now. This
Eggs
is like
are bad for you.
Sixth time they flip-flopped on this.
Wow. One egg
It's
a
pretty
day.
recent.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
pretty
looking
recent
at it.
the
There's
story
a lot
came
of
out.
them.
This is why it's nonsense.
Oh, it's from Northwestern. The
Sure.
research.
This is why it's nonsense.
Okay.
It says, study shows that eggs, whatever, are terrible for your health, whatever the conclusion is.
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't tell you is how the study was conducted. And the study was conducted by following, I think, a pretty large group of people.
Okay.
But they didn't do any scientific testing. They didn't test their health. They didn't do any medical stuff. All they did was gave them a questionnaire asking them how they felt eating certain things over the course of anywhere between 17 and 30 years. So it's all based on this questionnaire, and they are just basing their results off of what these people answered. So there's no actually medical evidence behind it. And it's like, do you remember how you felt even after you ate your last egg?
No.
No, me neither. So
I think I felt full. I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
For breakfast
fine.
yesterday.
I didn't feel like my cholesterol was high.
No. This sentence is funny. Those who eat 2 eggs a day increase their chances of dying early by 34%.
That's
what does
such
that even
nonsense.
mean? The thing. Also, this article that I'm reading, they spell percent as 2 words. Per.
Oh my god.
Cent. I think it's not a reliable source. I need to get off this page.
Yeah, that's an accurate article.
Percent. Okay.
You know what's funny is
you gotta be yoking me.
You gotta be yoking me. What a yoke. What? Well, it's just funny because people will like see study or like some scientific journal will publish something, they automatically believe it. But there's this guy who trains at SBG Portland, and he's a professor, and he published these articles in like a real scientific journal, like American whatever psychology journal it is, and it was about some gender something, and it was like totally ridiculous stuff, like outlandish, but he got it published in these research journals, and everyone thought they were real. And then he came out and he was like, you guys are idiots, this is all fake, I did this to prove a point, to show you how easy it is to get stuff published in scientific journals.
Debunked.
Yeah, so don't believe everything you read.
Well, let me read you some information that I have from Forbes, posted 19 hours ago, about this.
What, eggs?
Eggs.
All right.
The study, and Forbes is using a lot of egg puns, so here's a closer examination.
Examination?
Yeah. Which may be a bit punny. They made it punny. Okay. The study laid together data from 6 different cohorts in the U.S. that had a combined total of 29,615 people who were followed for an average of 17 and a half years between March 1985 and August 2016. During this extensive time period, these people had a total of 5,400 cardiovascular events, which included 2,088 coronary artery problems, aka heart attacks, 1,302 strokes, 1,897 heart failure events, and 113 deaths from cardiovascular disease. There were also 6,132 deaths in general.
Okay.
That's what do you feel better or worse?
No, I feel great about that. Let's
dying?
Let's just look at the numbers. They followed almost 30,000 people. And 5,500 had heart-related issues, which is a minuscule number out of 30,000. Plus, they don't take into account everything else they're eating. So they're eating eggs, but were they also
18%.
eating a lot of
18% is a lot.
Were they also eating a lot of Big Macs? Were they sedentary?
I cannot tell you the last time I've had a Big Mac.
I don't even know if they're still a thing. But like there's not enough correlation there.
Okay, so there are some limitations in this study.
Sure.
It is on a single self-assessment at the beginning to determine a person's diet.
Okay.
So remembering what you can eat over time is challenging. It's
sure.
Correct. Couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't really consider things such as job stress, social situations, or the environment of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems like a limitation. Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely.
Something's
I would
happening on my computer. Okay. Person typically doesn't just eat eggs or nothing.
Okay, yep.
So that's an interesting thing that they didn't really consider. Yeah, so it doesn't really seem cause and effect related. Oh, I found another funny one they used. It would be the wrong approach to depend too heavily on such large population cohort studies. I just loved the approach.
Approach. That's my favorite kind of egg.
Oh, wow. They have so many egg puns in here.
Yeah, so my question is, why even do that study? It's almost irrelevant.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of 18 years.
But you better believe that the vegans are throwing that in everybody's face right now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Sure.
They probably just saw the headline, did not even look into the study, and they're like, oh, yep, I knew it. Yeah. Eggs are killing you.
Yeah. They read the headline, and then they were like, TLDR, man.
What is TLDR?
Too long, didn't read.
Oh.
You know?
TLDR, but I get it. I already knew. I knew this before everybody else. I wasn't eating eggs before it was cool not to eat eggs. So
I really
nonsense.
like eggs.
I do too. I just had some eggs on toast with some actual bacon. I forgot how good actual bacon is because I eat a lot of turkey bacon.
Yeah, I like turkey bacon.
Regular bacon though is so good.
I have a bunch of turkey bacon in my fridge right now. I like to cook it all up and just do that activity once.
Yeah.
But then I don't like the way it like recooks. You know how like the fat kind of dries and then reheats, and
I feel like
fresh bacon just way better.
I feel like turkey bacon just doesn't even have fat on it.
It has some.
Yeah, I guess. You just got to eat it cold.
With the dried fat on it?
Yeah.
Gross.
I eat everything cold. I don't have a microwave, so if I'm going to heat something up, it has to go in the oven or the air fryer or in a pot.
In a pot. You don't have a microwave?
No. What for?
Seems kind of nice. I don't really use microwaves that often, actually.
Yeah, I don't really need one.
This one girl that I am friends with here doesn't have a fridge in her apartment.
How does she live?
I'm not sure. I haven't really learned that much about it yet, but
she can't buy groceries.
She
can't.
She can. She just can't buy anything that requires refrigeration.
Okay, so what does she do? Eat? Nope, she doesn't eat cereal because she can't buy milk.
Yeah.
She eat Pop-Tarts.
Oh, I like Pop-Tarts.
That's got to be all she eats. Pop-Tarts and granola bars and crackers.
What's funny is, this is like probably the most California thing ever. She doesn't have a fridge in her apartment, but she does have a wine fridge.
What the hell?
It's like built into her cabinet. It's really pretty, but like, yeah, no real fridge, but wine fridge.
I'm actually really curious. Like, what does she eat?
I'm not sure.
Does she go to the store every day?
She must, right?
And just buy what she needs for the day and then eat it and then go to the store the next day?
Maybe she doesn't eat. She's a pretty tiny human.
Does she just order out all the time?
Maybe. Not sure. She's a new friend. I haven't learned that much about her yet. I'll inquire further.
I would ask her a bunch of questions.
Yeah. I don't know.
We had a fridge scare the other day because the light bulb went out in our fridge.
Oh, no.
And we weren't sure if the fridge was not working or just the light went out. Just the light went out, though.
Oh,
so
good.
we're not going to change it. It's just
You're not
going to be dark in our fridge.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's still fridging.
How annoying, though.
Why? I got a kitchen light. It's not like I can't see in there. Saving electricity.
Okay. Okay. It's really, really, really nice and sunny here today. Can you see?
Not really.
I was trying to show you. It's like 70 degrees and sunny. Isn't that amazing?
It was actually pretty nice here earlier. It's kind of cold now, but it was definitely like sweatshirt weather, not like coat weather.
Nice. I wore shorts and a tank top today.
Okay, well, it wasn't that kind of weather.
What else is going on?
I guess not much. I've been really into, I've been really into lately.
Tell me.
Music's impact on other media. And what I mean by that is like how the music in like a movie scene or a TV scene or even in like I don't know, a podcast show or something makes all the difference.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like that's why composers are so important.
Yeah, that's something that's really interesting to me right now is writing music for like TV or movies or something.
Are you gonna start doing that?
No, it's not like it's not like a new career interest. I think if I were to do that, I should have. No, I mean you could start anytime, I guess, but I'm not. It's not like high on my priority list right now. Maybe one day I would try to do some, but no, it's just really interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know. Music can just like make a scene.
Yeah, it for sure can. It's like half the reason why scary movies are scary is because of the music. Like, True. Would you really be scared if there wasn't some like really intense music happening in the background?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, not at all. I'm really into these songs that like, how do I explain it? Start off like small and get really big. Does that make sense? Start off like maybe acoustic or just piano, and then they like crescendo into these big like full band things. I don't know how to explain it, but an example would be the one I'm listening to a lot right now is Chances by Athlete.
Okay.
So there's that one. I've been listening to this cover of Fix You by Coldplay, but it's done. The cover's done by. Give me 1 second. I'll get the artist. That's another one. And then another one is called "The Kids Aren't Alright." And I'll get this. So the Fix You cover is by The Color Morale. That's the band name. And then the Kids Aren't Alright is by Satellite Empire. And I actually think that one's a cover of, I think The Kids Aren't Alright was originally by The Offspring.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that, yeah, that's right, The Offspring.
But their version is very, very different and very, very good.
The other day at work, this guy was talking about like music, like a song was playing, and he was like, "Damn, this song has legs."
Has legs?
I was like, I'm pretty sure you just used that phrase wrong.
What does that mean?
I think it just means, like, usually I think it's used in like news stories to be like, oh, this news story has legs, like it's gonna go on and on and on forever.
It really carries, really goes.
Yeah. But he was like, this song has legs, and I was like, you're annoying. No, it doesn't.
What kind of song has legs? What song was it? Was it like a... If a song has legs, what does that mean? Is it like really bumping, upbeat?
No, it
like
was
makes
a
you
pretty
wanna
mellow
party?
tune. It was a pretty mellow song, but it was like kind of changed a lot, I guess. So it was like a rap, R&B, hip hoppy type of song. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
I wouldn't have described it with legs, but who knows?
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I get it. I wouldn't say they have legs, but I do get like songs that feel like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm having this other issue where I'm like trying to follow, you know the Marie Kondo thing?
Marie Kondo?
Marie Kondo. It's a show on Marie. Yeah, it's a show on Netflix called Tidying Up.
No.
And it's basically like you go through your house and you pick up everything you own and you have to decide if it brings you joy or not. And if it doesn't bring you joy, you should get rid of it.
Oh, we talked about this on the Minimalist podcast.
Yeah. So
they call this a moving party, right? Or something like that?
Yeah. So she has a whole show on Netflix about it. She like comes and helps you do that. And you're supposed to like thank your things and then like, I don't know. So I was trying to figure out like how I can get rid of some clothes. Mm-hmm. Get rid of those ones that don't bring me joy. However, I keep replacing them with new clothes. And I think that's not the purpose.
Well, they bring you joy though.
I know, but then pretty soon they're going to not again.
Well, then you just get rid of those and get new ones that bring you joy.
This is a vicious cycle.
Yeah, sure is.
So, yeah, it's a problem.
It made me think about, I was sitting as a one-to-one at the hospital with this patient on the peds unit, and it was an overnight, so I just watched TV all night. Mm-hmm. And what was on was Hollywood Medium.
Okay.
You ever seen that show?
Not in a while, but yeah.
Okay. And it made me mad because
Why?
I don't believe in mediums.
Oh.
I think it's nonsense. And this guy has gotten rich and famous off of taking advantage of these people.
Sounds like you were really paying attention on the one-to-one thing, too.
She was sleeping.
Okay, so why was he taking advantage of them?
Well, because he's like harping on like emotional stuff, like people close to these people who have died, like family members and friends and whatever, and like telling them things that he has no business telling them.
Do you think
like answering unanswered questions that they have that he should not be making shit up about?
So you think he was just making shit up and none of it seemed true?
Yes, 100%. Because who's going to prove him wrong? Somebody else who's going to talk to the ghosts?
Maybe the Long Island medium would. Have you seen that show?
I have seen that show. They're all a bunch of nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as a medium, that's kind of your gig.
Yeah, I hate that. That sucks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, and I did a lot of Google searching about how they do that stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's pretty much not proven, but it's pretty much understood that it's a bunch of nonsense. And they do like cold readings and hot readings, and like, so cold readings you go in without any prior knowledge, but also a lot of the readings you do a lot of research on the person you're going to read beforehand.
That seems like cheating.
That's stupid. So that's fake. And then the cold readings you go into, first of all, I didn't believe him because his whole like shtick was that he never knows who he's going to read until he gets to the front door on the day of the reading, so he can't research them. So he only does these famous celebrities. So the episodes I watched, which were a bunch of them, he did who's the guy who plays Sheldon on Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah. Him.
He did From the Hills, the blonde girl.
There's a lot of blonde girls on the Hills.
Oh God, she's married to I think Jay Cutler.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware.
What's her name?
I'm blanking on her name though.
Yeah, what's her name? I can't remember.
Kristen Cavallari.
Yeah, he did her. That was extra messed up because her brother died like young, when they were young, like out in the wilderness, and nobody knows what happened to him. And so the medium was like answering her questions about what happened to him as if the brother was telling him. And it's like really effed up. He would like detailed, like, you know, there was a river, he was trying to follow the river to find his way out. Like, why are you doing that? Stop it. You're messing with these people's lives.
Yeah, that is a little messed up.
So there was her. He did the Chrisleys on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not Todd, though Todd was there. The daughter Savannah.
Okay.
Did her. Did the Bella twins, those WWE stars. He did Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
Did what's her name from Pitch Perfect? Fat
Rebel
Amy.
Wilson.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson did her. Did the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Wow, there's a lot of famous people.
Yeah, I mean, he does them all.
I guess the Hollywood one would have a lot of famous people.
Yeah, but anyway, so my original point was his shtick is he never knows which actor or celebrity he's going to do until he meets them on that day, so we can't research them. But somebody knows. So
somebody has to know, yeah.
I don't believe him. He says his manager sets it all up and books it, but he doesn't tell him, which I don't believe. But also,
Yeah,
let's also say it is true. They always bring objects that he can channel. But he's always got to get information about the objects and like how it ties to somebody specific. So then he just works off of that. And it was fun. It's interesting. I was Googling like other methods of how they do it, and they like break it down into layers. So they say something vague about like a generation, like maybe your parents, and if it doesn't hit, they go, okay, maybe your grandparents or your great grandparents, and they get so vague that it'll eventually hit somewhere, and then they just go off of that. Anyway, it makes me angry that these people
seems
are
like it.
Taking advantage of these people.
What are your thoughts on the other celebrity news of the parents paying their kids' tuition?
So I don't
in?
know much about what's going on with that. I know that Becky is involved.
Becky.
And that's all I know.
Becky, a.k.a. Lori something. Lori Laughlin. Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Becky.
Yeah, from Full House.
So what happened?
Basically. So she bribed USC coaches. Basically saying like to get her daughter into USC. So also her bail was $1 million.
Woo.
Right? Someone paid it though. Her husband, I think. Because he's
Probably
a fashion designer. Yeah, it's fine. So she paid $500,000 to USC to get her two daughters in, by bribing coaches to designate them as athletic recruits for the crew team.
Jesus.
Despite the fact that neither of her daughters row crew. So
she got arrested for what, bribery?
Yeah.
I mean, that's wrong. But also, is the person who took the bribe being punished?
I don't know. I feel like they should.
They should at least lose their job.
Yeah.
But also that's
Let's
a testament to how little a college degree means anymore. Like, it's all about the money now.
Totally is. I wonder... Oh, the athletic director is not resigning. I don't understand why they're just not told to resign.
Maybe he's got tenure or something. For some reason, they can't fire him. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the story. But he should... If he's not getting punished, like...
Oh, the senior associate athletic director was taken into custody in connection with the case. So,
all right, good.
It seems like we did something about them.
Because he's as much to blame. Because if I had the money, I can't say I wouldn't try the same thing.
Her name's Donna.
Oh, Donna. Well,
Donna.
she did. She's as much to blame.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I had $500,000, I might try and do the same thing.
Why don't you just pay for college?
Well, you have to get in, right? So you have to get accepted.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So that was the problem.
Yeah, that's the issue. Then they just bypass that whole system.
Yeah.
But, like, who cares? Like, is USC that special? Like, if you're going to do it, you might as well bribe your way into somewhere really, like, outrageous. Yeah,
like, send them abroad. Do something cool.
Yeah. Just apply. That's what you have backup schools for. Apply to USC. If you don't make it in, go to UCLA or something. Or, I don't know, wherever the hell else you want.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder. So I wonder what the punishment for that is.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's probably just a fine, right? It's not like we're sending her to jail. Maybe we are.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what she's being charged with. At least, definitely she'll get fined.
Her daughter's for sure not going to USC now.
So they weren't there already. Like, have they been there for a while?
I think she was, but...
Are they getting kicked out? Probably.
Let me see. I'm reading.
Can they kick her out though? Like, they accept it. They took the bribe.
Yeah, they're on spring break right now. So, it says that she has no plans to return to USC following the shocking college admissions bribery scandal that has indicted both of her parents.
Oh, because what? She wasn't aware of it?
She can't handle it right now.
She didn't know about it?
Like, come on, we know you're dumb. You weren't getting in.
Outta here.
But somehow you got into USC.
Mm-hmm. You got in? You didn't even apply? That's crazy.
How'd you do that? Oh, your parents are famous and rich? She has a court appearance on March 29th. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I guess.
I just feel like this is always so stupid. Like, how did they think they could just get away with that? Because now, like, her daughter had some, like, collaborations with, like, makeup companies and stuff that have just completely dropped her.
Oh, that sucks.
Like, what? Now you're leaving college and you lost your, like, other gigs. What are you doing with your life? Get it together.
I mean, I think people with that much money are just disillusioned with life. Like, life is just not the same when you have that much money.
Yeah.
The fact that she could even do it in the first place.
Oh, and you know how they had, like, Fuller House going on?
Yes.
Looks like she got fired from that.
Oh, bummer.
So, Aunt Becky, see you later.
Blowing up her life.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Kind of sucks because it's like, I don't know, was it really malicious? She just wanted her daughter to get into college. Maybe her daughter's so dumb she just knew it was never going to happen without bribing it.
Why don't we just accept the fact that maybe your kid's dumb and they just have to go to a dumber college? Like, what?
A dumber college or not go? Like, they could have probably not gone to college and been fine.
For sure.
Kylie Jenner didn't go to college.
She's doing just fine.
It's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Guess not the same branding as the Kardashians, though. They're branding geniuses.
Yeah. The Kardashians. Whoa. Just glad that news has blown over. You know about it?
No.
No. Okay, so you know Kylie, and she has a best friend named Jordan.
Didn't know that.
Okay, she does. And then, sister Chloe has a
Chloe.
baby with Tristan Thompson.
Didn't know that. I thought she was still with Lamar. I don't.
Oh my God, you are years behind.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Jordan, best friend of Kylie, slept with Tristan Thompson.
Jesus Christ. How old is Tristan Thompson? Aren't they like way far apart in age, Chloe and Kylie?
Let's see. He's 28.
Okay.
So not really.
Well, how old is
Jordan Woods? She's 21.
Not terrible.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. But they all do that. They all share.
I know. Well, it blew up. Jordan Woods used to live with Kylie. She kicked her out of her house.
Oh, so Kylie's not happy.
No, she just broke up her... You don't do that. It's within the family.
No, yeah.
It's absurd. Okay, so... Anyway, that was a whole big thing, but...
Chloe, I do think I saw Chloe on TV recently. She's looking very skinny.
Yeah, she looks good.
She looks good. I think Kendall's still the only normal one out of that whole family.
Really? You think Kendall's normal?
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you heard anything bad about Kendall?
I know. Don't you think that's the mysterious part?
No, I think that's the great part.
Hmm.
This is why I think Kendall is the best one, because this is the only Kardashian episode that's ever stuck in my head. And it was Kris was planning Kendall's birthday, and maybe it was a big one, maybe a Sweet 16 or something. I don't remember. But it was like this big lavish thing, like someone famous coming to perform and like all this money being spent. And Kendall got upset that all this money was being spent on her birthday for no reason. She was like, this is insane. Like, we could be doing something so much better with this money. Like, why are we doing this nonsense lavish birthday party? It was like a very like selfless and down to earth thought to have at 16.
Yeah. I still don't think that she's entirely selfless, but that was a good moment for her, I guess.
What? Well, okay, look up Kendall. What has she been up to?
All right, the top 3 news stories that come up when you Google Kendall Jenner.
It's going to be all bad, because news is always just bad.
They're actually not that bad. One day ago, Kendall Jenner carries large bouquet of flowers during trip to Paris.
That's a news story?
Second one. Kendall Jenner and Rihanna wore tie-dye in completely different ways.
What?
One more. Is Kylie Jenner bringing Kendall into her makeup dynasty? Here's what we know.
Also, who cares?
That was funny. Let's learn about this large bouquet of flowers, though. Like, what is up with that? I'm curious.
Why is this a story?
Let me tell you.
Maybe from a boyfriend or something.
Disclaimer. This is the same website that a few articles ago had percent.
God.
Okay. Let's see. It seems unclear. The article has nothing to do with the flowers. Why is it titled about the flowers?
Maybe it was a caption to a picture.
No. Kendall Jenner cut a stylish figure as she arrived at the Four Seasons Hotel in Paris on Friday carrying a large bouquet of flowers.
Nobody cares. Why is that on the internet?
I'm not sure. It's really unclear. Then we talk about her outfit and then we move on. Confusing.
God.
All right. One more thing before we go.
Okay.
So, my friend, she lives in Salt Lake City.
That's so sweet.
And she's been there for 3-4 years now. Then just see this thing on Facebook that her ex-boyfriend is moving to Salt Lake City.
Bummer.
Right? Like, what do you do?
Why?
angry, panic. Like, he got into some residency program at the University of Utah Hospital.
Is he really just going there for her?
I don't know. She lives with her current boyfriend, and everything is lovely and happy. What?
Well, it doesn't have to be a weird thing. Just don't talk to him.
I know, but it's a small city. They're going to run into each other. It sucks.
Is it a small city?
It's not that big. Yeah, it's pretty small.
I mean, I don't know. Just don't make it weird. Even if you run into him. Hey, how's it going? Cool.
Ugh.
Have a nice life.
I know, but you just don't want to,
Sure.
Bummer. It's just a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird.
Okay, on that note, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope your day is green. Would you like to bless us all again with that accent of yours?
What should I do? Irish or keep doing my Scottish one?
They sound the same to me, so I actually don't think it matters.
I don't think I can even do a different one anyway, so this is going to be a mix of Scottish, Irish, and British.
Oh, boy.
All right. Why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Oh.
Fuck the way with us.
Okay. It started off a little Australian, but you got there at the end. I feel it.
I got there.
Okay, so you guys can find us on Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, Libsyn. Leave us some rating and reviews. Tweet at us at @the_podcafe or email us at podcafe.contact@gmail.com. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
And happy spring.